Canada. Have you been enjoying premium Indian whiskey, rum, and gin? Ever wondered who bought these Indian spirits to Canada? Let's meet the man who made it happen.
But मेरा डॉक्टर मुझे खुद बोलता है drink 60 ml a day.
आपका डॉक्टर का नंबर मिलेगा? I come from Punjab. Our drink is not 60 ml, my friend.
So एक पेड़ियाला पेग पालो बाजी. Don't drink it like you want to complete a bottle. एक पेग पीजिए रोज.
चैलेंज यही है ना, एक पेग लूज. कोई तो बहुत पैसे बना रहा है. जब हम $100 का बॉटल खरीदते हैं, where is that money actually going, Balaji?
बोलने के लिए 75% गवर्नमेंट डाल लेता है.
Liquid what we are paying for is worth what?
$10.
So $10 to $100 bottle.
Oh yes, definitely.
Can you tell us something more about that Indian ale?
Previously, there was not even one brand from India. So now it's about 10 brands what we have got there. It's an Indian ale. The first time in Canadian history.
What is so special with Indri?
Oh, Indri is a triple cask. A first time Indian single malt came with a triple cask.
That someone picked up the bottle of Indian single malt, saw it, oh, Indian, and kept it back.
नहीं बहुत बार हुआ है. एयरपोर्ट में हुआ.
Give me one whiskey which people say it's a liquid gold, but आपको पता है कि यार ये बहुत overrated है. What would that be?
Overrated. बोल सकता हूँ Macallan है. No, Macallan is again a status. Is the malt worth it? I don't know.
Any alcohol which deserves a lot more respect. Can you give me the difference between a single malt, a blended, a Scotch, and a bourbon? In the studios of Soul Talk with Bhav, let's rock with
Enough is enough.
जब हम स्टोर में अल्कोहल खरीदते हैं, तो दिल में जरूर आता है कि कोई तो बहुत पैसे बना रहा है, पर ये कोई वो नहीं है जो आप और हम सोचते हैं. जी हाँ, मैं आज उस इंडस्ट्री के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूं जो बिलियंस की है, जहां $2 का लिक्विड $200 का हमें शेल्फ पे मिलता है, जहां टेस्ट से ज्यादा इमेज बिकती है और ब्रांड से ज्यादा गवर्नमेंट पैसा बनाती है, और जहां एक ऐसा देश जिसका विस्की प्रोडक्शन से कोई लेना देना नहीं था, आज स्कॉटलैंड और आयरलैंड जैसी कंट्रीज को अपनी ही गेम में हरा रहा है. हमारे साथ आज जो गेस्ट हैं, इन्होंने सालों लगा दिए इंडियन विस्कीज को कनाडा की मार्केट में जगह दिलाने के लिए. इतना ही नहीं, इन्होंने वर्ल्ड की बेस्ट विस्कीज टेस्ट की हैं और एक नजर में बता देंगे कि आपके ग्लास में क्या है और क्या नहीं. Mr. Balaji Nagaraja, welcome to Soul Talk with Bhav.
Thank you so much, Bhav. Thank you for inviting me for your show.
Thank you. Let me start with something which is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. जब हम $100 का बॉटल खरीदते हैं, हमें लगता है हम क्वालिटी के लिए पे कर रहे हैं, टेस्ट के लिए पे कर रहे हैं, क्राफ्ट्समैनशिप के लिए पे कर रहे हैं, बट आई थिंक ऐसा होता नहीं है. सो जब हम $100 खर्च कर रहे हैं, वेयर इज दैट मनी एक्चुअली गोइंग, बालाजी?
बोलने के लिए 75% गवर्नमेंट डाल देता है. एनी प्रोविंस हो या एनी स्टेट हो उसके हिसाब से, बट 75% जो मार्जिन रखते हैं वो स्टेट रखता है. उसके अलावा जो एक्साइज, कस्टम्स, ड्यूटी चार्जेस या डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कॉस्ट, ANP, वो सब कुछ जाने के बाद $100 वाला बिक जाता है. बट जो प्रोडक्ट एक्चुअली जो मायने में होता है, दैट इज अबाउट $10-20 के हिसाब से.
नहीं, मुझे ये समझ नहीं आया. वर्क मी थ्रू द मैथ. सो आर यू ट्राइंग टू टेल मी कि out of $100, 75 is government, then excise, then this. So basically, the liquid what we are paying for is worth what?
$10.
So $10 to $100 bottle.
Oh yes, definitely. जैसे एग्जाम्पल ले ले हम लोग ओंटारियो नाउ. सो ओंटारियो जो एलसीबीओ चलाता है, सो जिसमें एलसीबीओ विल टेक 138% उनका मार्कअप वैल्यू. सो मान लीजिए अगर $10 का बॉटल है तो उनको ईजिली अबाउट $14 या $15 के हिसाब से उनका मार्कअप चला जाता है. उसके बाद में हम लोगों का एक्साइज कॉस्ट है, कस्टम्स कॉस्ट है, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कॉस्ट है, मार्केटिंग कॉस्ट है. वो सब कुछ उसके अंदर जब क्लबिंग करके आता है ना, सो ये प्रोडक्ट बन जाता है $100 के आसपास में. वो $100 अपना कस्टमर्स खरीद के वो लेते हैं. बट जो बैक एंड में हम लोग कैलकुलेशन करके जाते हैं ना, ये $10-20 के हिसाब से.
भाई हमें मैन्युफैक्चरर एड्रेस दे दो, हम खुद जाके ले आएंगे यार. Like I don't mind getting a bottle. But okay, let's take a scenario. There's a $30 bottle, there's a $300 bottle, and yes, there are $3,000 bottles as well. So generally, viewers and me, we think that the more expensive the alcohol, the better it should taste. Is it actually true?
वेरी ट्रू. जो क्वालिटी ऑफ लिक्विड जो होता है ना, वो एजिंग से बनता है. रेगुलर विस्की जो होता है वो 3 साल में बनता है. सो दैट्स अ मिनिमम क्राइटेरिया. जो विस्की या स्कॉच हम लोग बोलते हैं स्कॉटलैंड के हिसाब से, वो 3 ईयर्स एजिंग होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर नहीं हुआ तो उसको हम लोग स्कॉच नहीं बोल सकते.
बट मुझे एक बात बताएं, बड़ा बेसिक्स था. अगर एक $30 का बॉटल और एक $300 का बॉटल का एक एक ड्रिंक आप किसी को ब्लाइंड फोल्ड करके पिलाएंगे, हाउ सर्टन आर यू पीपल वुड बी एबल टू टेल द डिफरेंस?
बहुत लोग नहीं जान सकते हो क्या डिफरेंस हो सकता है. बट इवेंचुअली
तो 10 गुना किस चीज का पे कर रहे हैं भाई?
आप जब टेस्ट करते करते जाएंगे आपको पता चलेगा कि क्या फैक्टर्स है उसमें. जो यंगेस्ट लिक्विड होता है, मान लीजिए कि 3 साल का जो मेच्योर्ड होता है, अगर वो पियेंगे, या 30 ईयर्स का जो मेच्योर्ड हुआ वो पियेंगे ना, लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस पता चल जाता है.
जो एज्ड हो गया, रेयरिटी हो गया, how much percent people just pay for the story written on the label?
इस स्टोरी टेलिंग एक अच्छा तरीका है विस्की बेचने के लिए या उसको बोलने के लिए कि क्या कैसा बना हुआ है. बट
पता है रेड कास्क, बर्बन कास्क, रेड शेरी, क्या क्या, लाइक दिस लॉट ऑफ स्टोरीज देयर.
पहले हम लोग जब कॉलेज में पीते थे वो सब कुछ नहीं देखते थे. थोड़ा हम भी जैसे जैसे मैच्योर होना शुरू हो गए
जैसे जैसे पैसे आने शुरू हो गए,
पैसे आना शुरू हो गए, तो हम सोचे चलो $30 से थोड़ा ऊपर का ले लेते हैं, उसके साथ उससे ऊपर ले लेंगे. तो जाते जाते हम लोगों को पता चल गया कि यार ये विस्की हम लोग क्या पी रहे थे. अभी जो अच्छा वाला विस्की पी रहे हैं, बहुत स्वाद होता है, बहुत टेस्ट नोट्स होता है. उसके बारे में हमको पता भी चलने लग गया कि अरे वाह, ये इसको बोलते हैं प्रॉपर
एक्चुअली
गेसिंग द नोट.
कॉलेज में रेड लेबल बहुत अच्छी लगती थी. यहाँ पे आके बेसमेंट में रह के जेमिसन बहुत अच्छी लगती थी. आज की डेट में दोनों नहीं पी जाती.
नहीं,
ऐसा क्यों?
जैसे हम लोग पैराटाइज अपना बढ़ाए, जब हम लोगों का स्वाद जैसे चेंज हुआ, जैसे हम लोग कॉलेज टाइम में जो कुछ चाहिए था खाने के लिए वो खा लेते थे. अभी हमको वैसे ही लगता है ना, अच्छा चीज खाए, सो उसी टाइप का ये विस्की का भी स्वाद हो जाता है.
Balaji, we spoke about Red Label in the college and Jameson in the basement. Most of our lives, whenever we spoke or thought even about alcohol, premium alcohol, it was Scotland, Ireland, or maybe Japan. India was never in the conversation. Never. But a lot has changed recently. Tokyo Whiskey Festival awards given to India, a whiskey competition in San Francisco, if I'm not wrong, awards given to India. So what is going on with India? I mean, are they actually making good alcohol, or we have good marketing teams?
No, actually India had a very good malts produced past from 80 years ago. So if you think about Radico Khaitan, so it's an 80 years old company. So from then they have been making this kind of malts. Indian market पे India is to sell out a lot. Like all the 75% of what their production is, it's old in India. And only about 25 or 30% which comes out to the market. But eventually, like they came up with the first product called as Rampur in 2016.
Love it. Rampur is so amazing.
So that was the first product which was a single malt. जो Indian single malt whiskey बोलते हैं वहाँ से शुरू हुआ. उससे पहले अमृत भी करता था. अमृत is a distillery from Bangalore. So even they used to make it. उनका खाली एक्सपोर्ट होता था. इंडिया में बहुत कम मिलते थे. Because that market was there for Indian single malts. But later on, it came to the market. Radigo launched in 2016. Indri launched in 2021.
That changed the game for
Yes.
India, didn't it?
Yes. So, जैसे Indian malts बाहर आया, so when people started tasting those particular malts, they said, yeah, ये तो बहुत अलग है. ये कैसे बहुत अलग हो सकता है? So then we started realizing, okay, India malts, मतलब whiskey काली नहीं पीता है, they make it also. So बहुत बार ऐसा हुआ है कि बहुत shows में जम जाते हैं.
Yes, yeah. What people reactions were when they said Indian whiskies.
इतना aisles रहता है. Aisle in the sense like I'll say like a booths. There are about 20-30 booths. उसमें एक Indian whiskey brand रहता है. And people will be shocked to see that, oh, you guys make whiskey? From when? हम लोग बोलते हैं from 80 years we used to make, but we used to consume a lot there. अभी हम लोग export कर रहे हैं.
So if I ask you, yeah, these are coffees. There's no alcohol allowed in our studio. But if there are two drinks,
Yes.
one is a Scotch, a famous Scotch.
Yeah.
One is your Indian single malt. Both same price range, both same malts. How confident are you a good whiskey drinker would prefer an Indian drink over a Scotch?
I can do a blind tasting and say that कौन सा malt है. क्योंकि इंडियन सिंगल मॉल्ट जो होता है उसमें ज़्यादातर हम लोग 6 रो बार्लीस यूज़ करते हैं. सो जिससे बहुत सारा ट्रॉपिकल फ्रूटी नोट्स निकल जाता है, कैरमलाइज नोट्स निकलता है, बहुत स्वाद होता है जो हमारा सिंगल मॉल्ट होता है. वही हम लोग स्कॉटलैंड का यूज़ करते हैं, दैट्स अ 2 रो बार्ली.
Okay.
सो 2 रो बार्ली टेस्ट टोटली डिफरेंट. अगेन एजिंग का उनका भी बहुत फर्क पड़ जाता है. सो whenever you do a Indian single malt tasting, you will say, wow.
What is so special with Indri?
Oh, Indri is a triple cask. A first time Indian single malt came with a triple cask. Ex-bourbon, French wine and the sherry cask. ये तीनों cask हम लोग wetting करने के बाद इसको बाहर निकालते हैं. So after wetting this 3 cask, it's out in the market as Trini. Trini is triple cask. What is
So are you trying to tell me no brand in the world has done 3 casks?
They have done not any Indian single malt, I would say.
Amrut has that little spiciness to it. What is that?
That's all comes with the barley again. There is nothing which has been extra added as a spicy notes because जो Indian barley होता है उसमें spicy notes भी आ जाता है उसमें. And it's all produced only in the north side of India. और कहीं पे ये 6 रोज बार्लीज प्रोड्यूस ही नहीं होता है. अभी स्कॉटलैंड हमसे इंपोर्ट कर रहा है 6 रो बार्लीज बिकॉज दे हैव ओनली 2 रो बार्लीज व्हिच इज ग्रोन. बिलीव इट और नॉट, you should have a peg of single malt Indian whiskey, then you'll realize, कैसा difference है इसका.
Yeah, I'll finish my coffee first. And then maybe after shoot, we'll probably trace one more time for the 100th time. Indian single malt, I'm a big fan. Balaji, let's talk about your start in this industry when you and your wife settled in Canada, doing the IT job, dream for any couple coming from the IT city, Bangalore, everything was set. And what happened that you suddenly said, okay, मैं यहाँ पे Indian whiskey बेचूंगा. किसी ने नहीं बुलाया हमको. No one asked for it. No one approached for it. And mind you, my question is actually serious because till that time, there were no awards, no recognition, no international shows. But what did you and your wife Pooja saw that you took this big step?
Me and my wife comes from Bangalore. So Bangalore is a pub city. जब हम लोग कॉलेज डेज में थे, so we used to enjoy the pub culture there. कॉलेज के बाद शादी हो गया, so then we came to Canada 2016. यहाँ पे आने के बाद we tried missing out like what are the like जो ब्रांड हमको इंडिया में मिलता था वो यहाँ पे नहीं मिल रहा है. So we could see like only स्कॉटलैंड का ब्रांड है, थोड़ा बहुत 1-2 जापानीज ब्रांड है. उसके अलावा कुछ अपना तो नहीं मिल रहा था यहाँ पे. So that triggered सोचने के लिए कि why question mark आ गया. So then we did some research and we got to know like it's very tedious to get into Canadian market. तो वो किसी से हो नहीं रहा है. So that's why it's not able to come into the market. और ये सोच आया हमको कोविड के टाइम पे.
Wow.
And we were stuck at home, everything was locked. तभी दो ही चीज खुला था, एक LCBO चल रहा था, एक ग्रॉसरी एक्सचेंज चल रहा था. तो मन में आया यार हम लोग या तो ग्रॉसरी का बिजनेस करते हैं कोरिएंडर बेच के, नहीं तो LCBO के साथ कुछ टाई अप करके बनाएंगे जो कोरिएंडर से बना हो जैसे जिन, वो बेचेंगे. तो मैंने वाइफ को पूछा कि मुझे कोरिएंडर बेचना है या कोरिएंडर से जो बना है वो बेचना है. बोलते हैं नो वे, हम लोग कोरिएंडर वगैरह नहीं बेचेंगे, ग्रॉसरी वगैरह नहीं होगा. तो चलो इसको ट्राई कर लेते हैं कि या मतलब इंडियन ब्रांड्स जो लेके आके हम लोग बेच सकते हैं. So that's how the journey started. We never knew about this. हमको खाली पीना आता था because we come from IT background, the pub city and everything. लोगों को ये मालूम नहीं था कि इस इंडस्ट्री कैसे चलता है. But again, like from an IT background to get into this industry, it took a while for us. But figure out how do we present this particular brand? How do we go to the listing process? And then we started, okay, why not only in Ontario? Let's start something in Alberta also. Alberta is like a whiskey culture is too good over there. You will see the best of the best whiskeys there. And इतना stringent process नहीं है वहाँ पे जैसे LCBO में होता है. So easily we were able to get Rampur in 2020 August. So that was our first launch which we did. It was Rampur double cask.
You use two words. सब कुछ है, हमारा कुछ नहीं है. Right? And it gives me goosebumps that walk me through that first day when you saw a Canadian liquor store,
Nice.
our Indian brand standing shoulder to shoulder with a Scotch which people are drinking for generations, a Glen, Elberfeldy, whatever, right? And you have Indian brand right there. Something from India competing against the best.
Oh, yes.
How was the feeling, Balaji?
Absolutely speechless when I would say that. Because LCBO में एक बार हमारा destination collection में रामपुर single malt आया था. That was the first time for Ontario itself. That was the first time any single malt came into this shelf. Amrut पहले था. It was a limited editions. But again, Rampur, they came with a big bag of like about 40-50 cases. एक ही store था. But उस एक store के लिए हम लोग गए. We saw that was the first aisle, first Indian liquor which came into LCBO stores. And they had a full rack. And we were so proud enough, photo वगैरह खींच रहे हैं, Instagram में डाल रहे हैं, everything. I go after a week and it's all sold out.
Wow.
The store manager says, this is the first time I'm seeing any new product comes to us and it's sold out within a week. So that was the proud moment which I had. Like, no, I just ये सही किया हमने कि at least we bought this particular product into Canada.
And Balaji, not only the stores around Ontario and Alberta, what I really loved is last time when I traveled at the duty free, always, even if I'm getting late, I have to stop at duty free for the obvious reasons. And I saw an Indian aisle, a counter in the duty free selling only Indian stuff, like a different section at the airport where you cannot miss, anyone cannot miss that. So that is so beautiful. Can you tell me something more about that Indian aisle?
Oh, definitely will. So this is the first time in the history of Canadian marketplace. First time in Canada, in the duty-free shop, the Indian aisle was provided to us. So it's from Avato, ERI, and the other duty-free shops also. Basically, this is in Toronto Terminal 1
Yes.
and Terminal 3. So that we have the Indian aisle. So where you can see all about 10 brands of India. Previously, there was not even one brand from India at all, right? So now it's about 10 brands what we have got there. It's an Indian aisle, a first time in Canadian history. And then we got the Vancouver Airport, Calgary Airport, and Edmonton Airport. So not only the airports, now we have covered even the land duty-free shops in Ontario. So when you're passing Niagara Falls towards Buffalo region to US,
Yes.
please stop by. You will see our Indian aisle there with all about 10 to 15 brands of Indian product which is there selling there.
That is a must stop. Whenever we go to US, we choose stop.
You saw that. And the best thing is we have kept the pricing such a very good level that if you buy it from here, it's much more cheaper. If you go to the US, it's much more costlier. So people intend to buy it here and then go to US. Same way, if you look at the airport, any of our brand is selling much more lesser than the other airports where you're landing. Take it as Canada to Delhi also, right? So in Canada, so we have Indri selling for about $90. So which is equivalent to about 5,400 rupees. But if you go to India, it's sold for about 6,000 or 7,000 rupees. So I would not say बहुत difference है, but yes, there's a $10-20 difference also, which is there.
Whenever we go to US, हम तो वहां से लेके आते हैं कि वहां पे सस्ती है.
नहीं, अभी उन्होंने गेम चेंज कर दिया है. So eventually यहाँ से जब लेके कनाडा से थ्रू जाते हैं, so people intend to buy it here than US. US tariff लग गया है 50% extra.
Yes, US में भी tariff लग गया. Yes.
तो उसकी वजह से the price have gone very high for this particular products. But जो eventually हम लोग duty free में बेचते हैं, वो US का market से बहुत कम होता है.
So my viewers in US, yes, we go to your Costco and bring the stuff back home to Canada. Next time, you know what to take back to US. If you need an Indri, if you need an Abrut, come to Canada. It's much cheaper there. But let me ask you this. When you and Pooja finally decided to sell alcohol and not pursue your IT careers, put a hand on your heart and tell me how many people supported you and how many call you insanely crazy.
Support wise, nobody. It was all me and my wife. तो हम लोगों ने 25 में दोनों ने IT जॉब छोड़ दिया और लेके चलो इसमें घुस जाते हैं. Let's get into full time of getting this particular brands into Canada. And last 3 months before, we had the first ever Indian Ale launch in Canadian duty-free airports.
Beautiful. That's such a proud moment. Honestly, I think correct me if I'm wrong, it's not about selling bottles. It's about, it's a lot more to it.
It's a pride, which I guess.
Pride of getting an Indian brand,
Yes.
the respect, the much needed respect, thousands of miles away from India.
This is something as an achievement. चलो हम लोग आर्मी ज्वाइन नहीं कर सके, but at least वो patriotism जो है किसी पे तो ला सकते हैं. So getting India proud in any other fashion will always hold good.
And let me ask you from the other side, look it to me and say that, has it ever happened that someone picked up the bottle of Indian single malt, saw it, oh, Indian, and kept it back? You know where I'm going with this.
Oh yes, yes. नहीं बहुत बार हुआ है. To say frankly, even airport में हुआ है. So we were doing a blind tasting. Not called as a blind tasting. We were doing a tasting in airport. जब एक बंदा आया, so we gave him a taste. उसने चखा and we said like, okay, it's good. बाद में हम लोग उसको बोले कि this is the Indian single malt. वो जैसे Indian single malt बोले, all the while you're saying it is good. He just kept the product and he said, I don't like to drink Indian. So ऐसा भी हो रहा है. If you look at Indian single malt whiskey has won the maximum awards now in the international market. If you take Indri, the first 2 years it won 53 awards. First 2 years में कौन सा भी whiskey 52 awards नहीं जीता है, which I know. But Indri did 52 awards in last 2 years. And then it was like, the spike was way too high. And now, even in Canadian whiskey shows, we get this particular products. Indri Single Malt has won gold in the World of Whiskies competition twice back in a row.
I guess for all the people who downgrade India, my only message is, love us, hate us. We can't let you ignore us. Because वो कहते हैं ना, ये नया इंडिया है. ये घर में घुस के मारेगा भी और घर में घुस के अपने आप को बेचेगा भी.
Oh yes. But if you see the market in Alberta, the number of sales what's happening for any Indian single malt whiskey is much more higher than any of the other Scotland or Japanese or any other whiskeys.
Wow.
So the sales peak rise like anything, and even all the retailers want to have this particular branch into their stores because जो कोई अंदर आता है stores के अंदर, he wants to buy an Indian single malt. Then probably you may want to buy different other things, but वो आके पूछेगा definitely, can I try? Probably one small example I'll give you. We do attend lot of whiskey shows जहाँ पे हम लोग tasting कराते हैं. So it's a 10 ml tasting which happens. There are a lot of whiskey enthusiasts who comes for those particular shows all across the world. Canada में from all the where, so they come to those particular shows. एक show हुआ था whiskey World of Whiskies. So उसमें
Where was this?
Calgary में हुआ था.
Calgary.
So it was called as the Whiskey Global Calgary. So जिसमें हम लोगों का Indian Ale का एक ही booth था, but there were a lot of other whiskey booths, all the way from Japan, all the way from different Scotland regions, Highland, Lowlands, सब जगह से एक booth रहता था. और वहाँ पे last में there is a shop also, a small indoor shop where they'll host all the brands. वहाँ पे they can buy it also after the show is done, whichever the products they want to buy, they can buy. तो हम लोग भी थे वहाँ पे, so we were giving the tasting of all the Indian single malt whiskies. Crowd was very overwhelming, easily about 700-800 people crowd was there. एक tasting हुआ. Some people started coming back again saying that this is one of the best single malt which I have tasted in the show. Can I have it once more, please? So I said, okay, why not? वो एक ही बार pour होता है, but eventually said like, of course, why not? Please taste it. Then they started asking like, ये कहाँ से है? ये कैसे बना हुआ है? So although हम लोग explain करने के बाद, they were shocked to see that, okay, that's the Indian single malt whiskey. I'm in love with it. And the sales which happened on that particular show, the shopkeeper was there. He came and told us, I don't know what you guys did. Your brand sold out first. And there are a lot of listing for us which came in as like, हमको ये चाहिए. So even if you don't have it, later on, back order के हिसाब से आ गया. And they say like, this is something you need to be on the next show too.
Now let's make it a little useful for all our viewers watching. I think after this conversation, I've realized कि हम सब गलत ही पी रहे हैं अभी तक. Like हम देखते हैं brand कौन सा है और majorly हम देखते हैं हमारे दोस्त क्या पी रहे हैं, right? That is our way of looking at क्या पीना है आज. I want you to talk to my viewers and tell them what they're doing wrong and what they should do, that next time they step into a liquor store, there's one advice which Balaji will tell them. What would that be?
I would say look out for the best whiskeys or the single malt in the market. Don't drink it like you want to complete a bottle. एक pig piji a rose, but eventually have the best quality what you want to drink.
Challenge यही है ना, एक peg rose. And let me ask you, we drink and most of people don't know the difference. In short, can you give me the difference between a single malt, a blended, a Scotch and a bourbon?
Sure, definitely. जो single malt होता है वो एक ही distillery में बना हो जाता है. So the product is distilled, everything fermented, सब कुछ एक ही distillery में होता है, bottling एक ही distillery में होता है. So starting from the starting process all the way till end and packaging, if it's done in the same, it's a single malt whiskey जो एक ही distillery में बना होता है. Now say for example blended. जो blended जो होता है, so it can be from a single, but it is coming from a different manufacturers. जैसे red label देखेंगे. So red label comes from a different distilleries और एक जगह पे जाके उसको blend किया जाता है and then comes out. So ये जो blend है वो Highland से भी होता है, Lowland से भी होता है या कहीं से भी different distilleries को लेके हम लोग एक blending करते हैं. More of like a chef जो उनका ingredients रहता है, but eventually he makes his own dish, so that's more of like a blended. Now अगर if you think of bourbon, now bourbon comes from a Kentucky. So उनका US. Now all the bourbons has to be from the Kentucky region. There's a GI tag है.
So why are they sweet?
No, bourbon उधर ही बनता है. So they have the bourbon barrels. And eventually वहीं पे बनता है. And bourbon is something as a GI tag उनके लिए. So जैसे tequila आता है, वो मेक्सिको से आता है.
You're right.
Now any tequila cannot come from any other part of the world. They say Fenio. Now Fenio also has got a GI tag for Goa, right?
Goa.
So गोवा में ही फेनी बनता है. उसी टाइप का bourbon तो केंटकी में ही बनता है. और वहाँ पे बनने के बाद again it goes to different countries.
Balaji, I really want to ask. I've been drinking single malt for years, and I love single malts. But there is one blended which I really like. It's the Shivas 18. And tell me if this is true. Someone told me that yes, you're a single malt drinker. The malt can come good or bad, but if you take a good blend like the Shivas 18, since it's a blend, they only pick and choose the best blends and make one drink. Is it true?
Yes, it's true. Eventually, the way it works is they pick up a different refined malts from different distilleries. Not only from the same country, might be different countries too. So the best of the best malts come into one particular bottle. So then how it will be. So similar way, Shivas Regal, they have done it. Eventually, even Indian couple of brands are getting in that fashion. But if you see Shiva's excellent blend, what they've used. Monkey Shoulder's excellent blend. We drink Monkey Shoulder, say like, okay, it's not a single malt, but what a blend what they've got. Because only it's about the different distilleries, refined product, very good blend which they have picked from each region and make your own recipe, right? So that's what blenders what we get.
So single
Or a
malt
blended
में क्या special है? Is it the taste के सिर्फ एक status symbol?
नहीं status नहीं होता है. It's all coming from the same distillery. Aging factors रहता है. But what
makes single malts better than blended?
Aging, which goes for a very long period. Blended जो होता है वो 3 साल तक blend हो रहा है. That's the only kind. But now if you say like 18 years का भी है, so okay, that's gone for 18 years of aging also is that. But if you look out for the single malt, which is coming from a single distillery, सब कुछ एक ही distillery में हो रहा है. There has to be a very good.
Simple भाषा में, I don't care भाई तुम single कर रहे हो, blend कर रहे हो. If taste की अगर बात करें,
some people taste blended. मेरे दोस्त बहुत सारे हैं, उनको blended ही पीना है. उनको single malt हजम नहीं होता है. Because their own palate. जो हमारा taste buds बोलता है कि नहीं, this is what the very nice स्वाद आता है हमको, वही पिएंगे. So that's a blended. So I would say like, बहुत सारे ये भी बोलते हैं नहीं उसे single malt ही पीना है. I don't like the blended malts not anymore. So single malt में जो स्वाद है, so I like that. So it depends from person to person what they want to drink and what their taste buds is all about. But there are very good blended malts also there. जैसे if you say about Sangam, which is a Rampur edition which they have bought from Radico Ketan. So they have used the 2 row barleys from Scotland, 6 row barleys from India. दोनों को blend किया हुआ है. So that's what we call it as a Sangam. The Sangam is an amalgamation, right? So हम लोगों ने जो West and East दोनों को मिलाया है, that's a blend. And that was very good for us. And it's a very good taste profile. हम लोगों ने कभी ये नहीं सोचा था कि चलो स्कॉटलैंड का मॉल्ट ले लेते हैं, इंडिया का मॉल्ट ले लेते हैं, उसको ब्लेंड करके पी लेते हैं. या तो इंडिया का पी लेते हैं, नहीं तो स्कॉटलैंड को पी लेते हैं. दोनों कंबाइन होकर कभी नहीं पिया. And that's one of the expressions I've got. And it's a very good malt.
What are you, a single malt or a blended malt drinker?
I used to be a blended malt drinker, but now I'm the single malt.
Status हो गया इसीलिए?
Status के स्वाद ज़्यादा बढ़ गया.
So, in a nutshell, it's all about your taste.
Yes.
This is nothing to do with the status.
No.
Nothing to do with the cost. You like blended, you taste blended. You like single malt, you take single malt. Balaji, I want to ask you a personal question.
Yeah.
I play cricket.
Mm-hmm.
I train. I go to the gym. I watch what I eat. पर मुझे पीना भी पसंद आया. And this battle always goes behind health versus alcohol. And I'm sure there are a lot of other fitness freaks like me watching.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you we should drink or not. I'm just going to ask you how should we drink smartly?
No, I would definitely say like, drink responsibly. But मेरा डॉक्टर मुझे खुद बोलता है drink 60 ml a day. don't use all those 60 ml from Monday to Friday and drink it on Saturday. So it's like every day a single peg is good for your health. That's what I would say.
See, bottle इंद्री में LCBO से ले लूंगा. आपका डॉक्टर का नंबर मिलेगा. Because he said one drink a day. I come from Punjab. Our drink is not 60 ml, my friend.
So एक पटियाला peg पालो बाजी.
So yes, ek Patiala peg. Yeah, that's so how they used to do is this. You know story about Patiala peg?
It used to be like 90 ml and more. That's what they used to say.
Why? So I mean, I could be wrong. Viewers can correct me if this is not the right story. But said the Maharaja Patiala, he basically didn't have these two fingers. So someone said your peg should be two fingers, right?
Okay.
And his two fingers were this.
That's
So I said, oh, okay, two fingers. Yeah, okay.
so that's the
That's the Patiala thing for us. So, yeah. Okay, Balaji, the last one before we close. You, I'm jealous, but have tasted the best whiskies of the world. If I put you on a spot and ask you, give me one whiskey which people say it's a liquid gold, but आपको पता है कि यार ये बहुत overrated है. What would that be?
I would not say overrated of any of those particular whiskey because
Diplomatic में. See the answer. Balaji ko, not as the owner of the company.
any aged whiskey is really good. Overrated, बोल सकता हूँ Macallan है. Macallan, just because of the status they say it, but malts are pretty good. I'm not saying no. But overrated ये हो जाता है कि वो 9,000 का bottle ही मिलता है. So I've seen some of the New York edition or any of those. It sells for about $9,000 to $10,000 a single bottle. But do you want to drink those? I don't know. But I've not tasted the New York edition. But similar to that particular range, yes, there are a lot. Collection special आ जाता है. Some people want to use it for the collections of whiskies. It's more of like investing in a stock kind of thing. Like कभी कभार हम लोग पैसे डाल के that becomes double. So this kind of a whiskies you never drink, you keep it, and then it doubles your money. वो भी होता है.
So, what you're trying to say, Macallan, for example, it's overrated because technically what's missing in that which doesn't make it worth $9,000?
No, Macallan is again a status. That's what I know.
It's the image of the
The
brand.
image of the brand. Now, is a malt worth it? I don't know. But I would say, like, yes, the status of the brand carries a lot. I have seen a couple of brands which is costing more than that. Now, even for Indian single malt whiskey, I would say one bottle of 75 years old Rampur Reserve is selling for 5 lakh rupees. And it's only exclusive. I think it's only like 2 bottles which is remaining in India that are in Hyderabad. So, is it worth of 75 years of aging is worth of 5 lakh? Or do you think a Macallan which is non-aged goes for edition wise and which is worth $9,000?
So, you're trying to tell me that Macallan is the Louis Vuitton of alcohol and
Oh,
whiskey.
yes. Yes.
And that's why it's overrated.
That's why it's worth it.
Okay, on the other side, give me one whiskey or any alcohol which deserves a lot more respect and recognition what it actually gets.
Glenmorangie. That's one of the brand which I like.
Like it. The orange one.
The orange one.
Oh my god. I get it.
So that's a very nice malt.
And not very expensive.
Not very expensive.
$80 or
Yes.
750 ml.
It's pretty good. They have a new editions of Glenmorangie Signet. Even that's pretty good. Price point is little, but it's okay to pay that price for that kind of a whiskey. So that's my personal favorite. Apart from Indian single malt, I could say.
Beautiful. With this, Balaji, I will really thank you to come to Soul Talk with Bhav and give me and the viewers insights about these whiskies. And I can tell you honestly, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of anyone who's standing for India, outside India. And you're one of them. Respect.
Thank you so much, bro. Means a lot.
Next time when you go to the liquor store and you see Indian alcohol there, standing shoulder to shoulder with old brands which are there for generations, remember, it didn't happen by accident. And it certainly didn't happen because they wanted to give India a chance. It happened because Indian brands became impossible to ignore. And I think that's the biggest learning here. The world rarely makes room for you. You have to be so convincing that you become impossible to ignore. Balaji, thank you so much for being on Soul Talk today. All right, viewers, this is Bhav signing off from Soul Talk with Bhav. See you next week.